Hi guys, welcome back here to T-Mac Fitness Workshop for another tips video. As you can tell, it's quite cold here this evening in the workshop, but we're still going to get on with showing you some stuff, alright? When you're doing workouts and stuff, lower body, it's always good, you know, to do everybody does squats, kind of deadlifts and stuff, but it's very important to do some kind of unilateral movements, which is maybe a one-legged exercise and things like that. Now, some of these, I guess, are one-legged because the one leg is doing all the work. Some of them aren't really, but each leg is doing something different. These are ones that I do with clients in the workshop, and I do put them into programs and stuff like that. So one is kind of a rear leg elevated split squat. Some people might call it a Bulgarian squat. We have skater squats, some walking lunges, reverse lunges, and one-legged box squats then as well. So they're kind of just 5 of the ones for the video this evening, for the purpose of this video, and I'm just going to show you a quick demonstration of them all. As I said, it's very good to get some kind of unilateral leg work in your lower body. A few weeks ago we done a video, it might have been in a workout video where we done a one-legged deadlift with the landmine. We might have shown you some variation of that. So these are kind of mostly maybe for the anterior chain. So we're going to get on with this now, and probably the first one we might show you is kind of the box squat, okay? Now if you have kind of a box or a bench or anything like that, you can use that. Make sure you put the level of the box where you're comfortable going down. Don't be trying to go down too far, because that is going to alter your technique, and you're going to try and kind of throw yourself up or pull yourself up, where you want the movement to be completely on the leg lifting you up off the box and lowering you right down to the box. You don't have to sit completely on the box either. You can just touch the box and step back up. If you do need to sit down, you can, and then reset and try and stand up. That's probably going to be a little bit harder, but as you'll see when you're doing them at the beginning, as you're lowering yourself down, you mightn't be able to get down under good control all the way, and you might fail some way down, so you might actually have to sit down in the box. So you can see we have the box set up here, and just for purpose to higher it up, you can put a box on that. You can also get maybe a weight plate, something like that, and that'll just higher the level up. So get nice and comfortable stance. Don't go out too far, because you don't want to be kind of looking for the box, because at the start you will need to build up confidence, because you are blindly sitting back down with something, alright? So it's not too far away from the box, under good control, down, little touch, and step up, okay? You can keep the hands out in front, down by your side, whichever you want, whatever you feel more comfortable. I just feel as you're going down, the hands going out, it just keeps you a little bit more stable, alright? And just try and focus on a nice point in front. As you go down, you touch off the box and back up. Now, if you want to make it slightly harder, you kind of move that out, and you can pick a box maybe for the height that would suit you. So as you're going down, little touch off and back up. So it kind of does depend on your ability, your level, your proficiency at the exercise. But eventually you want to be getting down, probably down to parallel on a box that would suit that. So as you come down and you sit on the box, that's probably still a little bit high for me. I usually use a slightly lower one, but I just have this out here for demonstration. You're coming down to almost parallel there anyway. So you want to be aiming to get down there, because when you do maybe a two-legged squat, if you can actually get down on a two-legged squat, it's probably going to be a little bit harder to get down when you do your single leg work. But the aim is, as in a two-legged squat, is to get down to parallel at least. So that's what we call kind of your standard box squat. Next then would be the Bulgarian split squat. So like that, there's a few different things: Bulgarian squat, split squat, rear leg elevated squat. Now I actually have a stand here. Some gyms might have something similar, you might have seen it. Some might be an attachment in a rack. Other places, if you want, you can put the bar on the lowest rack and put your foot up on it. You can maybe put a pad on that as well. You can also use a bench if there's nothing else. You can use a bench. The only thing I find about the bench is that when you do put your foot up on the bench, you'll tend to point your foot back out, and that kind of creates a little bit of cramp, because your foot has gone into too much maybe dorsiflexion and pointing out. So as you can see, when you have the pad like that, when you put the rear foot up, you can get it nice and comfortable. It's not overly pointed, and a nice spot there, just where the ankle is and the foot kind of curves in. It's just a natural curve there, and the ankle is nice and loose. Once again, you're looking for a nice position of the leg out in front. So say now, where if I come back in and I'm too close, what will happen is, as I come down, I'm not going to even get down that far, it's going to feel kind of uncomfortable. So where you put the height of the footrest there, and the distance you step out will all depend on kind of your comfort, your ability, but also how long your legs are, okay? So usually I'd be somewhere around here, and I extend the foot out behind, and that lets me come down nice and comfortable and back up. Now if I was to come back in here a little bit, that foot up, what will happen is I'll probably flex the back knee a little bit too much, it's going to become a little bit uncomfortable, okay? So remember, the front leg is the leg that's going to do the work on this. So I see some people that go down and they'll actually start pushing down with their back leg because they're not able to get back up. So it's all about getting to your own, starting on your own level and progressing from there. So even if I'm here with good technique, I just get down like that and back up, and then eventually get down that little bit lower and back up. This is also an easier one maybe to start adding weight to. It's a little bit more difficult to add weight to the single leg box squat. You probably hold the dumbbell in front and the handle will go out to counterbalance you more than anything else. Where when you do the Bulgarian split squat there, it's nice and easy. You get a set of dumbbells, set of kettlebells, hold them there and go down and back up, okay? Don't forget obviously to do the other side. Now, the next thing we do is reverse lunges. Most of the time here in the workshop we do reverse lunges with the bar, but if you don't have a bar free, you can also use kettlebells, dumbbells and hold them. So if we unlock this here, and come out, now, so all you're doing is, you're stepping back, leg goes down, back up, feet back together. And of course, when you're doing single leg work, you can always go left, right, or you can do the whole set on your left side, and then switch to the right side. Just a nice step back. Once again, make sure it's a comfortable step back. That's going to let you come down, because if I don't step back far enough, I'm going to find it very hard to get down deep. That's going to be hard to come back up. Obviously when you're finished, you can re-rack. Now I would usually unrack it that way and step out. It's just for the purpose of the video. I just came at it from behind there and walked out from the rack. Usually I unrack it and kind of come backwards a little bit. So they'd be your reverse lunges. Like I said, you can still do reverse lunges with dumbbells, power bars, kettlebells, whatever you're able to hold. Even if you get a broomstick to start off with, because some people are unsure on stepping back, there's a lot of balance to come in. So even if you start off with a broomstick and start doing reverse lunges, then eventually maybe add a light bar and a little bit more weight. Now next thing would be the scalar squats. I have a yoga block here. You can use kind of anything. Eventually maybe you might be able to get down to the ground. So all you're doing is with the yoga block is just a target there. And I'll be here just in front, and I'll be aiming to go down, hit the block and stand up. So as you can see, something similar between the movement maybe for the split squat or indeed the reverse lunge. And you're just down, and all that is just a target for you to hit. Now, unfortunately, I can't at the moment go all the way down to the floor, so I'm kind of at that area there, and you go down. And once again, once the hands come out in front, you're just using that kind of to counterbalance yourself, okay? The last one we do, and we usually do on the length of the astro on the side of the shed, is your walking kettlebells. Now, of course, you don't have space to do walking lunges, or you're walking lunges with the kettlebells. And if you don't have that space in your gym, you can do stationary lunges, that's fine as well, or you can do your reverse lunges. So it's something similar. Once you get up, pick up the kettlebells, or whatever weight you choose to use, and you can start walking. One out, just making sure you get down close to the ground. But just remember, as you're going with walking lunges, same with the split squats, and the reverse lunge there with the bar, is that when you come down, make sure it's controlled and a touch off the ground. You're not coming down and bouncing your knee off the ground, because over time that will of course damage your knee. As I said with the walking lunges, if you want, you can do stationary lunges, push them back. Now you will find that they're a little bit different, because obviously if you have to push back, that quad is you're using a slightly different way, where when you're walking lunges, as you're moving, the foot is coming up and you're planting down and you're walking. So it's slightly different. So if over the course of time when you're doing your programming, you need to have those single leg exercises in programs and things like that. So they're just kind of a few different variations that we use here in the workshop. You'll see over workout videos in the coming weeks that you'll see me doing them. In some of the videos I've done before, workout videos, you will also see me doing some single leg work. And I kind of tend to mix and match all them in my own workouts and things like that. But it is very important to get some unilateral work in and keep everything nice and balanced, because when you do your standing squat, whether it be back squat, front squat, whichever, once you're using two legs, your dominant leg probably always going to push a little bit more or do a little bit more of the work. So when you do the unilateral work like that, you'll find out the difference between left and right, and then both legs tend to try and work as hard as can, and then the gap between your dominant side, less dominant side becomes a little bit smaller. So that's today's video done. Like I said, it's another video, logged in tips video. So it's, as you've seen, lower body with a couple of different exercises for doing unilateral leg work. If you have any questions or comments, you can leave them below. And if you have time, just please click the subscribe button. If you thought the information in the video was useful, you can always give me a thumbs up as well. That's greatly appreciated. But for now, that's this week's video done, and we'll catch you next week. Once again, thanks for watching, and I appreciate all the views.